I could dreamed of when I was 15 years old. You are absolutely brilliant and you are all winners, because whether you win or lose tonight, you walk out this door with literature in your heart and you're reading and you're writing. So it makes you better looking in the first place. Yeah? It makes you smarter and it makes you 10 times more sussed. You're all winners. Really proud. At the dawn of time, before this all began, before the stars, the planets, before the bee of the bang, before moisture, ether, bone and tooth, before Jesus, Mary, Joseph, the truth, before creation, civilization, before wordsmith even began. God was putting his final touches to his master plan, but scratching his head and drawing all he could muster, he contemplated the enormous task of building Manchester. Location, industry, people and its humans, he was paving the pathways, he was forming the futures, concluding that Manchester would be the most awesome of tasks. He rested for a week, and like a true Manc, he saved the best to last. But his blood, sweat and tears gave him the idea. Tell you what, I'll keep the city moist for the majority of the year. Australia, America, New Zealand, Finland. No, he decided the most appropriate place was in the heart of the northwest of England, 30 miles from any ocean, foot of the Pennines, location sussed, 9:15. When it came to culture, God left Manchester to itself, and through natural selection the city would define its own artistic and literary wealth, so that music, sport, film, theatre and art would flow as naturally as blood through every man and woman's heart. And yet, working hard is of most importance, but so's a game of footy on a Saturday and Sunday morning, so by 10 o'clock, the problem was solved. He'd let Manchester culture slowly evolve. And when it came to industry, the rain was of most importance to generate industrial energy through the simple use of water, so that rivers, reservoirs, canals and streams would fuel our way to our industrial dream, and the things that rise and the things that die like the sun, his son and the soul. So he ensured that beneath our very feet lay black seam after seam of coal. So in our backyard, and falling from the sky was the most natural of energy solutions, that we're building the bridges and forming the pathways for our industrial revolution. And factories, mills and mines made Manc the chimney of the world, providing employment for miles around for every man, woman, boy and girl. Yet human rights and human wrongs of the cities could only follow. But what happens in the Manc today happens in the rest of the world tomorrow. Exhilarated, exhausted, but jubilant. God knew he was onto a winner. He defined the very fabric of the city. So like a true man, decided to take an early dinner. And with hindsight, he reserved the afternoon for the most difficult of tasks, bar none. He'd been working late, maybe overtime, crafting the Manchester man. So you've got to imagine now, God's on his dinner. What would God have for his dinner? What would God have for his dinner? Hold on, no we have. What would God have for his dinner? Shout it out. Chicken and rice.
Humble pie.
After pie, chips and gravy and an ice cold Diet Coke, he contemplated, he undenied the peculiar but the complex bloke. He focused on the working class. For the upper class, he didn't have time. There was something about the way they chased foxes. There was something about the way they smiled. Then he made the Manchester man honest, smart, cunning, fierce and brave. Honourable, trusting, chivalrous and loyal and humble in his own so many ways. He made the Manchester man thoughtful, artistic and highly musically refined, a touch of rebel without a cause. He was aware but in touch with his feminine side. He made the Manchester man warm, romantic. He'd walk on water and he'd run through fire. He'd be softly spoken, emotionally open, an enigma, sublime. Genetics sorted, character defined, a God exhausted, but it was 9:30. Tired of his creation, of his Manchester man, he rested and suppered on bread and wine. But when dreaming that night, because even God has to dream, he remembered of a creation of an Adam, an Eve, an apple, a serpent, an original sin. So he took his plans for his Manchester man and he chucked them in the bin. Catholic rearing, Sunday mass, and the hours I've spent in the RE class, the questions, the quandaries, the constant confusion has led me to arrive at this unique conclusion that God is a Manc, and Mary's from Gorton, and Jesus and Joseph were both born in Moston. Judas Iscariot is from London, Luton, but he came here to study when he was a student. 3 wise men! Wivenshaw, Benchill, Bagley, Woodhouse Park, the guys who flagged Jesus when he died on the cross were from Caythorpe Street in the heart of a mosque. Golgotha is a hill at the top of Eaton Park, and the swollen Mersey down in Didsbury. It's where Noah launched the ark. Bible, truly a wonderful read, but it's not a book everyone chooses to believe. But when I flick through the lines, my theological conclusion is that God, the creator of man, heaven and earth, and every single performer who's been on this stage tonight, and the Wordsmith Awards, and every teacher who's worked with a kid, see, God, he had to be a Mancunian.